Hi guys, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm doing a product review on the Elechomes 6-quart electric pressure cooker. Okay guys, the good people at Elechomes sent me this 6-quart electric pressure cooker to do a review on. And as I just unboxed it and looked at it, it's a really nice solid built looking pressure cooker. So let's look at it a little bit. Here you have your lid. It's a nice solid lid. And you have your valve to seal or vent the steam. Inside you have a feature I really like in a pressure cooker. This type of gasket that comes out on a tin ring, on the aluminum ring. That seals faster and assures a good seal every time, and it's easier for cleaning. Okay, they have the pressure cooker itself, pressure cooker pot, and this has a good non-stick coating in it. Now, I know people had issues with the honeycomb bottoms before pressure cookers not being able to clean, but this here has a really good heavy layer of non-stick, and it looks like it's really high quality. You have the pressure cooker itself. It comes with a condensation cup in the back, like most all of them do. Power cord. Then you also get your measuring cup and your rice spoon. You got a steaming rack. Your instruction booklet. And you have another steaming disc that sits in here on top. There's a little lip that holds that. So you can be doing meat in the bottom and vegetables on top at the same time. That's really nice. Okay guys, let's go over the digital display panel. You have a large digital display, and in the middle you have short, normal, or long. You push time adjustment, and that'll give you your short cooking time, or you can add extra minutes for however long you want to cook your food. You have the keep warm cancel button. That serves two purposes. It goes to keep warm by default when it's done cooking your food, or you can push cancel to cancel an action you made on there and redo it or whatever. Then over here you have your soup porridge button, meat poultry, a slow cooker button, a yogurt button to make yogurt, steam button to use that steaming insert I showed you, beans and chili button, a cake button, and yes, you can make cake in a pressure cooker guys, and rice and multi-grain. And also you have a keep warm and delay timer light, and over here you have boost pressure and maintain pressure light. So what that means is, while this here is cooking your food, once it reaches pressure, if it starts to drop on pressure, that boost pressure light will go on to bring it back up to pressure. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to push my meat and poultry button, because we're going to do a pot roast in this to try it out. And that'll start to come up to temperature, and I'm using this to do my sear on the meat, because this doesn't have a sear button, but that's no problem because you can use any button on the control panel to warm this up to sear your meat. So I'm going to let this come up to pressure, and we'll get that pot roast in there and see how this works. Alright guys, now that this is preheated and it's really hot, it's only been going for a few minutes, I'm going to put some olive oil in here. Only about 3 tablespoons. And I have a 2-pound chuck roast that I season with garlic, pepper, and a little extra pepper. And I cut it into 2 pieces because it will cook quicker that way, guys, and you'll get a more tender roast. I'm going to get this in here and brown it 1/2 at a time. And as you can hear, guys, that pressure cooker got hot, and it's going to put a nice sear on this. Alright, now that my chuck roast is all nice and browned, and this really didn't take long at all, guys, because like I said, this gets hot fast. It does a great job. I'm going to dump in 1 cup of beef broth. I have 1 medium onion here that I diced up. And I'm keeping this a simple recipe, guys, because today's focus is on the pressure cooker and how it performs. And I want to make something that I had a sear so you can see all of the features and how well it works. So we're going to get this onion down in here. I'm going to put a shot of white or red wine in there, about a tablespoon. And as you can see, my broth, I dumped it in cold, and you can see it's boiling already, so this thing really heats up nice. And I have a pack of onion soup mix I'm going to sprinkle in here. I'm going to get some of this beefy powder, onion powder, down into the liquid. I'm going to give this a quick stir to distribute everything. Okay, I'm going to seal my lid on here. Let me bring it down here to show you. Up front here, they make it easy as can be. There's a little arrow here, and here you have a open. You just turn it to close. Now you're on, you're sealed. Okay, now my pressure release valve, I want to make sure I'm set on airtight. We're on that. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I canceled my last setting. I'm going to push the meat poultry button and the adjust time. We're going to take this up to 50 minutes. What this is going to do is this is going to come up to pressure. It'll start the timer counting backwards from 50. Then I'm going to let that do a natural release for about 10 minutes, and then I'll release a little bit of pressure that's left over in there. When you cook meat, you don't want to do a forced release right away because it'll seize your meat up and make it tougher. So real quick, I want to tell you guys, if you're interested in this, down in the description bar I'll put a link where you can pick it up, and till the 30th of this month you can save an extra 20% off of it. I'll put a discount bonus code in there, so when you go to Amazon to buy it, you just put that code in. When you purchase it, you'll save 20%. So be sure and check that out in the description bar. So when this is ready, I'll bring it back and we'll see what we have. Alright guys, my 50 minutes are up. I left this do a natural release for the 10 minutes like I said. Now I'm going to finish releasing the rest of the pressure. Now I'm not scared at all to do this by hand, but if you are using an oven mitt or a pair of tongs, you can see there isn't much pressure left in there. Like, this is almost ready to open. You always want to open it away from you. And guys, my roast is looking really good. And without exaggerating, this pressure cooker came up to pressure really fast. Out of all the pressure cookers I've ever used or owned, I would say this is probably the fastest to come up to pressure. Now let me grab a plate and let's get that roast out of there. Alright guys, now this roast is ridiculously tender, and I'll show you in a second here with these tongs. It's falling apart on me as I try to pull it out. Okay, now I'll show you a little piece here, but I'm going to let this rest because we're going to make a gravy. But you can see how it's just pulling apart if I can get a hold of it. You see that? Alright, let me set that aside. Now I'm going to turn my pressure cooker back on. Let me hit the cancel button here. And I'm not going to show you guys this part here. I'm just going to push my meat button. That'll bring this back up to a boil. And I have a cornstarch slurry. I'm just going to start here to make a quick gravy. And we'll go ahead and put this together and we'll see how our roast turned out. Alright guys, look at this delicious meal I made here with the pressure cooker. And look at how tender that pot roast is. Let's give it a little try there. Tender and well seasoned. So go ahead and check this out guys. It's the Elechomes 6-quart electric pressure cooker. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see ya.